It's gonna be a bloodbath.
It is gonna be a bloodbath.
Welcome back to Retro Boost Arcade, Mario Kart Double Dash with Action Replay, the finale, and yeah, I think it's gonna be an all-out slobber knocker. What's the thing? I don't remember the movie reference, but it's like it's gonna be a blood orgy. Like I forget what movie that's from. It's a comedy, and I forget what it's from.
All right, random.
3, 2, 1, and go! Oh, I got my boy, and you got the other boy that we've been talking about, and you got Daisy, who's like desperate to stay relevant after being ruthlessly replaced by Rosalina. Terrible.
I'm not a fan of that move.
I'm confused by it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
They've been working her. She was like a fringe. She's like a fringe Disney princess.
Yeah.
Like she's like Pocahontas or what's her name, Meredith or Mara from Brave.
Never seen Brave, actually.
It's okay. It's not the best Pixar film, but it's like she was that fringe one, but now they're trying to make her core staff. But they should just make Mario Galaxy 3 if they want to go that route. Like make her actually relevant again. You know what?
That would be a good choice. They want to create some hype.
This is the end of the tournament, though. We could do the All Cup tour, but that's just torture.
Torture.
Like even if you're like that's like 30 minutes minimum. But so this is the last cup. We've been doing purely random items thanks to Action Replay and unrestricted card selection. Not that really came into play ever during this because we've been doing random for the characters and they can't do that, but whatever. So the punishment has been growing. It's escalating with every move.
With every defeat.
With every defeat. So we gotta watch Ben Affleck's Daredevil. The pseudo sequel Elektra, which is like one of the most notoriously bad superhero films ever made, and then I think for the grand finale, the king, you have to watch Fantastic Four by Josh Trank. Goodness. Although he was like kicked off, it really isn't really Josh Trank's project at that point, but it's just that 2015 Fantastic Four, which is awful.
I haven't seen that either.
Oh man, you're so lucky. Yeah. I remember.
That's not the one with Chris Evans and Jessica Alba.
You're thinking of.
There's another Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
goodness.
the one with Chris Evans, I think, is okay. I think the cast's fine. Actually, I would argue the cast is really, really great.
I agree. Actually.
I think debatably they should have brought back. I can't pronounce his name. His name is spelled in a very unique way. But the dude that played Mr. Fantastic, I think he should have had a cameo in that Doctor Strange thing. That would have been really fun because he was a great Reed Richards in my opinion. Yeah, but they made another one because the way it works is that 20th Century Fox's agreement to own the rights to that film or that franchise is they have to produce something with it every so often.
That's terrible.
So the 2015 one is part of that arrangement. Like they had to do it, and it's so bad. And I remember going to the movie theater to see Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F, and I'm waiting outside for the theater to open, and there's like a bunch of nerds out there, and we're all there for Dragon Ball. And I remember, like, no joke, there was this one guy who was there to see Fantastic Four, and that was like after it was known that it was trash, and we were all just like, have fun, dude. Like none of us were mean, like no one was mean to him, which is actually pretty cool looking back on it. But we're all just like, you sure you want to do that? It's like it's bad. It's basically just the 2-second summation. There's a lot of weird stuff in it that just doesn't make much sense. Like, despite the fact that the young childhood scenes take place in like the mid-ish 2000s, but like young Reed Richards is like building computer parts out of like salvaged N64s, which is strange because like that's not very weird. That's not the console he would have grown up with in that era.
That's one of those side effects of suits who make the calls in these films but have no idea anything about video games.
He builds a prototype teleportation device and like shows it off at his high school science fair, and like the judges, who are also teachers, think it's fake. But, like, even if it is fake, and it's like some kind of trick, it is the most visually impressive thing at that science fair. Like, you can't deny that of it. And then, like, the big science man from, like, the Baxter Foundation or Baxter Building, whatever, is, like, also at that science fair and, like, sees it, and he's like, I'm gonna recruit you for my program. But, like, what is he doing? Like, running around local science fairs in high schools.
And that's what I get to watch.
Yep.
If I lose.
If you lose. If I lose, I guess I'm watching it again.
And Electra.
And Electra.
Don't forget about Electra.
God. That's the worst one out of all three of these, honestly, is Electra. Because Fantastic Four 2015 is really bad. Electra is definitely worse. I'll tell you what's not bad, though, is...
getting a gold shroom in first place.
Well, I was lucky. I got a decent run there. I hear Daisy screaming a whole lot. No! Like every 5 seconds from you. Oh, you're gonna get past. Your car has very slow acceleration. You got one of the heavy ones because of big old Petey there.
Yeah, I'm driving a pipe.
No, what's not bad is Event Horizon.
Yes, that movie is great.
That's the same dude that would go on to do the Resident Evil movies too.
And Mortal Kombat.
Did he direct the newest one?
No, the 95 one.
He directed that?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes, he did.
Really?
I may have the time frame wrong, but I believe that because of the success with the 95 Mortal Kombat, it allowed him to decide what he wanted to do. It was either a science fiction horror film that would become Event Horizon, or it was something else. And the something else is what he should have chose. Not because I don't like Event Horizon, because I clearly do. But the other film, I believe, was like The Matrix or something that turned out to be incredibly successful. God, I don't exactly remember what that ended up being, but...
I have to look at that what if was, what that road not traveled was. I almost got punched off the track there. That was a close call. Mario almost hit me off. It was very... Oh! They both just bounced off for like no reason. That's interesting though, because I know that I don't particularly like much of his work post the 90s. I think the first Resident Evil movie is like okay.
It's all right, yeah.
But
it's certainly the best of those films because it's just more closely resembles the video game series than anything that came later.
For someone that always seems to like to reference the fact that he likes the games he makes movies on, he doesn't do a very good job of adapting them to the screen as from a consideration of like bringing the game to the screen. And I think the peak of that is the Monster Hunter movie, which is so bad. And
I did not see that either.
It's really bad, and like he made specific statements about being a fan of the games, and even his wife Mila Jovovich like said that she plays the games and made some specific references as to what she likes in them, and like none of that's in the movies. Like they're so bad. And like the characters are like doing things that like if in the games like wouldn't work. Like they're trying to fight a Rathalos with like fire enchanted weapons, which in the games he'd resist that. So it's like, what are you doing, man? They're bad.
Yeah, I spared myself that pain. But to be honest with you, I've never really played those games.
Neither have I, except for World. So
I probably would have played Rise, but I just didn't get around to it.
I didn't like it.
No.
I never played the originals. I started with World, like most of the World did.
Right,
Because World like did unexpectedly well for Capcom. I remember they were posting. It was like their best-selling game like ever. I think like standalone. It did really good. That's when I first played it. I played Rise. Didn't really I think it's held back by the fact it's on Switch, to be honest.
Starting off hot in this one.
Yep, it looks like someone's gonna be enjoying a unholy trilogy of superhero films. Well, I mean, you're still in third.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 10 points ahead of you, but I mean,
That's what. It'll be all right. When you get in 8th and I get in 1st, then it'll be.
Fortunes could change in Rainbow Road.
That's true.
That's the one where it's going to get really unpredictable. This one's not too hard to survive in. I think this Bowser's Castle is pretty basic. What do you think? Because, you know, there's a couple of tracks that are, like, traditional. So, like, every Mario Kart game has a version of Rainbow Road. Every Mario Kart game has a version of Bowser's Castle.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is the best and worst of those, respectively?
Well, I would say that the Mario Kart 7 Bowser's Castle is the one that I enjoy the most.
I don't remember much of that one.
It's great. It's really, really great. I couldn't tell you one that I don't like. I like the motif of the style quite a bit. So I would almost always prefer to do these versus really anything else.
I think the N64 Bowser's Castle is one of the hardest.
I don't remember.
It's got the what do they call it? Womps,
yeah.
Or maybe womps. The blue womps are so unpredictable. Well, they're not unpredictable. They do the same thing every time, but like you just have such a hard time like dealing with them. And then there's like that one turn that leads into the hallway with the lava bridge. And it's like so easy to come out of that turn in the wrong angle to like fly into the lava. It's so tough. I think this Bowser's Castle is like the easiest out of all of them.
It's very simple.
Yeah. I don't remember much of the 3DS one, 7. I know that one's Rainbow Road was the first one to do like the rally type format, where instead of laps, it's just one long gauntlet. And I think 8 also did that, didn't it?
Yes. Yes, that's correct. Yep. Rainbow Road, my favorite iteration of that track is 64 because of that banger ass song.
For Rainbow Road?
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy moly,
It does have a good song. I think the track itself probably isn't the greatest, but just because of how long it is.
Right.
Every lap is like 20 years. It's a grind. But at the same time, like, it's one of the most demanding if you're really good at the game, because like you're just always trying to drift and do mini turbos and whatnot. Like, it becomes exhausting.
Yep.
If you're trying to perform it at a high level. Oh, come on.
I know we've kind of discussed this before, but I really think that this series at some point will turn into more like the Smash Bros of the series.
I want it to.
I think we're gonna start seeing. I think it's just headed in that direction with putting Link in 8 and the motorbike and all that stuff. Yeah. Pretty soon we're gonna see Fox in it, and I just think we're headed in that direction.
I personally would adore that.
Yeah.
Because then what that opens up is that they could do the Mario sports stuff could expand to like being a Nintendo universe thing.
Yep.
Where it's like Nintendo Kart, Nintendo baseball. I personally think it would be pretty funny. Like pretty fun and funny. You'd have to like really like you can't get out of control with the roster. You'd have to like really make it like it can't be like 60 people. Like you should pick like the biggest hitters of each respective franchise. But personally, I think it would be kind of hilarious to see like Mario throw a fastball and it's like Solid Snake is the one hitting it. Like,
definitely,
like,
yeah.
That could be pretty great.
I don't know if you saw, but I almost took that big shell to the face. But I had the shield, and I forgot I had the shield, so I panicked there for a minute.
Yeah, I'm getting lucky. Honestly, is what it is. I'm getting good RNG from these item pickups. Because now I'm like I can do whatever I want. I can get dead last, and you still couldn't win.
I think you have ascended to Mario Kart godhood.
Yes. Gaze upon me, little people, and woe at my power. I'm like I'm Zamasu from Super.
Oh my gracious! I don't even know who that is.
Oh man, that's like the only part of Super other than the first tournament arc that I like. I think Dragon Ball Super is mostly bad, to be honest. The first 2 seasons are just recaps of the movies, and the movies are far better than what those seasons show. And the Universal survival stuff goes on for way too long. Whoa! Don't fall off the top! I'm invincible though! Oh man!
I may have a really hard time staying on the track for this one.
Oh, someone just blurted right off. This is where the extra speed can be really difficult to deal with. That particular hack makes this track very dangerous. But I'm not doing too hot.
There's that song, though.
Oh, it is pretty much like a remix of the original one, isn't it?
They're all almost the same, yeah.
Oh, I drove right into that bomb or a bomb, depending on your preference. Oh, man. They're doing, you know what? We didn't even, I mentioned that the Mario Bros. Movie in like part 1 or part 2. And, you know, they're doing that new one.
Yeah, the CG one with all the stars as the... We'll see how it is.
Jack Black is Bowser, isn't he? I think so.
Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
And then Seth Rogen is DK.
Yep.
Whatever that even means.
Yeah, because he's not going to talk like his normal voice. There's no way.
Well, what if he does?
I would be confused and very saddened.
Because it's like... I don't want to be like mean to Vin Diesel, but like... You know, Vin Diesel isn't necessarily like this, like, oh, you brought on such a talented actor, and all you did, was have him say, "I am Groot." With like Seth Rogen, I think he does have like a funny voice, and is capable of like some really funny stuff.
Yeah.
That maybe he can't do if he's just gonna be the whole time. So like I don't know what that means, having him be DK, but I'm kind of mixed. I don't really have much emotion toward any of those picks except for one. I think Charlie Day is going to be great as Luigi.
Oh, I completely agree with that.
That's a great pick.
Yes. 100%.
Chris Pratt, I'm like, okay, I don't really know what that means either. Like, what's it going to be?
Well, right, because it can't just be his normal voice.
No.
But it also can't be anything else because, like, I don't know if people will be okay with that.
No,
you know what I mean?
They've been trying to like distance away from the Italian stuff
yeah.
over the recent years. Because like I actually, when I recently acquired a N64 that has an RGB mod on it, and I was messing with the settings, playing Mario 64, and Mario goes to sleep if you don't hold the controller or do anything with it for like 10 seconds. What I didn't know is if you continue to let the game idle, he starts to say things. He goes like, "Oh, ravioli. Oh," and I was like, whoa, like you, that's probably not okay. So like, I'm trying to envision this Mario movie with like Chris Pratt doing like some super offensive like Italian thing. It's like, oh no.
but could Charles Martinet do it?
That's the part that I don't know, because I don't even think he's gonna have a cameo in it.
I don't think so either.
I think he's been like completely just not even contacted in any capacity for this movie.
Which is a shame, because I think he's
honestly
incredibly talented.
He's,
and the story around him getting that role was really funny. How he showed up late, and they were like, "Okay, fine, one more, we'll do one more call," and he auditioned for it, crushed it, and then ended up getting the job. And that's insane, because they were getting ready to leave, and they would never have met him.
And he voices more than just Mario, too. He voices, like, all of them, doesn't he? I'm pretty sure.
A lot of them, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's the bulk of the characters on the screen that we're looking at right now. Famously also Princess Peach. And no, not really.
I was about to say, what a talented guy.
He also voices Peach and King Boo and Petey and also he's all of them. I know that he's like the bulk of them. I think it'll play the end credits actually, since it's the special cup. We can actually fact check this.
Very cool.
Because it'll just probably say like Charles Martinet, and then it's just like a million names under it.
That's a great point. Let's see. So I'm gonna say over under on 5. Are you gonna take?
I'll take more than 5.
More than 5. Okay.
I'll raise you taking. So I won the whole thing. So I'll hedge Daredevil exclusively on that. You still have to watch Electra and Fan 4 Stick.
Okay, so if Martinet voices 5 characters or less, I do not have to watch Daredevil. Deal.
I removed the best of those 3.
Oh, thank you for that.
So you still have to watch the worst too. But here we go.
Look at that.
Look.
How cool.
Man, he was involved in that's really cool.
Yeah.
He really,
super talented guy, man.
Yeah. Rest in peace for sure. He's responsible for so many great things. Let's see when it gets to the voices.
I believe I read something about Iwata doing some sort of coding for the first Smash Brothers in like a day, or something along those lines of he did an insane amount of work for the game in a very, very small period of time, because maybe that's the time frame that they had, or whatever the case may have been.
I knew that it was him and the other guy that created Kirby, which I don't know why his name is escaping me because I almost always know his name off the top of my head, but it was those two together were like the big two for getting Smash Bros made. What the heck? How do I not remember his name? Jeez. Wow. He created Kirby when he was 19.
Wow.
And I can't recall his name. Despite that other very specific bit of trivia that I know. Oh,
there's his name.
Oh, it doesn't tell us who he voiced, though.
Oh, that's
they
terrible.
robbed us of it.
Well, it's less than 5. Sounds like I win.
No, here we go. I'm going to pull it up using my handheld computer. Charles Martinet voice credits. All right. Well, we're looking at 4 out of the gate because he's all of the Mario and Wario Bros. Mario, Luigi, Wario, Waluigi. So there's 4.
It's not looking good for me.
Ooh, Baby Mario, Metal Mario, and Mario Golf. That's not this game, but that's more than 5. Alright, here we go. Mario Kart. Where are you? What year did this come out?
2003.
Okay, so for Mario Kart Double Dash specifically, he voiced Mario, Luigi, Wario, Waluigi, Baby Mario, Baby Luigi.
Well, there's no escape for me then.
I want to find the one he voices the most. I'm sure he did more than that in some of these.
Well, that was super fun.
Yeah. Classic game. Made more chaotic than it ever needed to be, thanks to Action Replay. Very fun device.
Rainbow Road, I was very concerned about staying on the track.
Yes.
For sure.
But thanks for joining us on this, the finale of Mario Kart. I'm the ultimate Mario Kart champion.
Yeah, he is.
I'm going to get a plaque to make sure everyone knows. Put it on the mailbox outside. They'll pass by and they'll know.
They will know.
I won all these 4 races that don't matter at all.
I'm going to get you a new badge at work.
Oh, yeah. That's what I can have.
There you go.
Goodbye, everybody.